I need some D&D.
Yeah, I need.
Hey,
Okay.
over here, by the plant.
And like,
He's gonna think the plant's talking to him. This is great.
and he like looks over and he's like, buddy, I didn't know you could talk. Why you sound like a girl?
I'm not the
All
plant.
plants are girls.
I was hoping you'd come over though. This is Texas. I'm invisible right now.
All of Texas.
Well, not all of Texas.
Oh my god.
A person. I technically lived there for a very short time. You met me.
I don't need to know your backstory. What
Okay.
what do you need?
Well, there's a group of
No,
people.
no, no. Go through the entire back.
A lot has changed in the past 12 hours.
Good God, man! You have a dangle now. I'm not going to fault you for any sort of like thing that you went through. Your body has gone through a metamorphosis overnight. Please, it's fine. You do not need to apologize. And he just kind of looks at you and puts a hand on your shoulder and just like.
Not a dangle.
Like, all right, you were somebody who lived in Texas,
Right.
and then you
It's
took
not
the name
important
Texas?
though. That part isn't important. This is the important thing.
Why would you open with that if
No.
it wasn't
Well,
important?
I was just trying to introduce myself. Okay, so
Okay.
the important thing is there was a group in here, and now there's still one of them, but the others are gone, but they're coming back, and they want to kill us?
Are they from Texas too?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. But the important thing is they want to kill at least one, if not more, of us, and or do serious harm and damage. So, do
Okay.
you guys have rules or like a safe room?
No, we kind of play
Or-
it fast and loose here.
Yeah, I've heard that. So we should just kind of hightail it on out of here?
I mean, you could fight them. That'd be kind of entertaining. No,
Well-
right?
Am I bound to some sort of thing? I feel like the most responsible thing to do is to know, like, before you put on jewelry given to you by a god.
You feel like the most
Well, I
responsible thing to do when a god
I-
offers you a gift is to be like, well, what
Well,
is
no,
that? Is there a
thank you
user
very
agreement
much.
that
I
we
just-
need to sign here?
I
This-
feel
this-
like
I mean, she's very nice, but this is no Banyan, the god of the lions. I mean, he's the king of the beasts.
And as Bubba walks out, he goes, "Hey, man, now I'm gonna get him turn on. Woo!
Sorry, guys, I speak Bubba. I know how you doing.
And man, from Artificer Ball to put stuff all the time.
You ain't fooling? Hell, my brother Cletus would love to talk to you.
Hey, man, I'm terrible. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, they're feel like pretty like people going in.
All right, now sounds good.
I'm just gonna cast in code thoughts to just pull this memory out for later. Someone's gonna want to study.
Are you always invisible?
No, I just did this because I was trying to be stealthy. It's not working very well. I can see
No,
that.
because you're still talking.
I know, I have learned my lesson. I haven't learned my lesson. I'm just going to put that out there. I'm going to do more stupid stuff. It just kind of happens.
Hello, everybody! Welcome, welcome, welcome! It is Thursday night. It is time for a little Dungeons and Dragons here on Indigo Chameleon. Hi, howdy do, somebody sometime. Thank you all so much for joining us and with our players tonight: Atavistix, Icky V, Meowedith, Indigo Chameleon, Wolf Garin, and Baby Mike. We have a few announcements before we get started with tonight's game. We have a Discord. Sadistic Mother is the first person in the chat to go, "What? WTF, Mike? How dare you shave?" We're all going to need to take a shot tonight every time somebody makes a comment on how baby-faced our wizard now looks. He's so smooth. So yes, we've got a few announcements before we get started. We have a Discord, like I said. You can come hang out with us there. We also have a merch store. Come and hang out with us and get cool stuff from the merch store. It's pretty great. There's lots of cool stuff. You can buy like t-shirts and mugs like the one that Indigo Chameleon has right now. It's pretty awesome. Or shower curtains.
it's true.
I can't believe we have a shower
have
curtain
one.
and we still haven't put it up yet, which makes me very happy.
I can't understand why it didn't happen yet. What?
There we go. All right, that's it for announcements and stuff like that. Upcoming schedule this week. Tomorrow night, kids, here on Indigo Chameleon, we have another D&D 101. It's time for the newbies to learn how to roll the clicky clacks, and I will be their guide, their leader, their guru, their surfing turtle. I lost it. So tune in tomorrow night for epic fun. And please, please, please stop by for just a little tiny bit and share the love with all those brand new players. My little cultist, you're lovely. And thank you for saying that we're lovely, because no you. So also
New Blitz.
the new Blitz.
I love it.
That's it. That's way better than that. Tune in tomorrow to support the new Blitz. We don't have anything going on this weekend. However, Tomorrow around noon, I've got some campaign planning to do. I think I'm going to listen to music and turn on the camera and see what happens. So tomorrow, if you're around at lunchtime, come have lunch with Scribe. We'll just hang out and we'll do some campaign notes. So, but Saturday and Sunday don't have anything going on, except for on Sunday we have the pen and paper game. Lots of pen and paper that is not done with pen and paper during these quarantine times. But you can see me and Indigo Chameleon play characters and see which continent I decide to place my accent on. We weren't able to do it this past Sunday, so tune in on Sunday for some shenanigans. But there's other streams going on this weekend. Icky V, you got anything going on?
We do, if I could unmute myself.
Thank you for building suspense. You got the memo, and I'm very grateful to you.
We will be playing in the Land of Eberron, which is a homebrew campaign that I run over on my channel. We will definitely be playing something tomorrow night. We start late. We start at 9:30. And potentially something on Saturday if I have enough players to play. We might play something on Saturday. So, yeah.
Cool. Wolf Grim, what about you, man? You got any streams going on this weekend?
Yeah, tomorrow is day 82 of my 90-day Beat Saber Weight Loss Challenge. We are 9 days away from the finish line here when we're going to figure out who gets glitter bombed in September, the end of the month. We'll get you find out shortly here.
It's looking good for you, but man, I'm wearing clothes I haven't worn in a while. So I think we're both winners here in this situation. So.
I agree 1,000,000%, and I'm going to love the whole glitter bomb.
The person who has to deal with glitter in the house.
Oh, it's going to be outside.
Okay.
I haven't told Wolf this. It's going to be outside on the trampoline. So we just fill the trampoline
but that means the children, and then there's glitter, and then it gets
You're
back
thinking
in,
way too much about this, way more than I have. On Tuesday, we go to Wildmount. It's another campaign that we do here on the channel as we visit our wanderlust and exploration of Wildmount. There's also a podcast. You can catch up on old episodes if you want to catch up. And that's on Tuesday, and that'll cycle us back around to Thursday. I think that's it for announcements. Anybody have anything they want to plug? You want to talk about? No? He who... This is a tongue twister of the highest regard. Reminds me of the court chester. All right. Once upon a time on the Lost Isle, I was 93 years ago. It feels like forever since we got to play this awesome game. You guys were fighting on top of a train. There were some shenanigans that ensued as the group finds themselves in Eberron. Normally the group goes in and out of time, but this time the group has shifted sideways on a mission to help to figure out what is going on and who wedding crashed, William's wedding. The group is now searching for something called the Grounding, which is a very powerful magical artifact, which they have been told is probably located in the cargo car. During shenanigans on this lightning rail train in Eberron, the group fought against a giant warforged covered in blades that might be considered very lordly in appearance. And so the group, having fought him through a chaotic series of events, somebody fell off the train, somebody almost died, somebody sometime watched somebody almost die. It was just, it was shenanigans. However, this is where we find ourselves. I encourage you to go back and watch that previous episode, but where we find ourselves is thus. The group is now inside of one of the seating cars in the train. Turk and William are seated next to a particularly friendly warlock that had them write their names down in a book that if they fell off the train, if they got hurt, they would be transported to this particular spot in case something bad happened. And that is immediately where we are going to pick up. So, heroes, you find yourselves after a long and strenuous battle. Some of you have seen better days. Some of you have seen better nights. Some of you are beaten up. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I'm with. All right.
Not die.
I'm with Horcross and Cass and Kiara, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
No.
So
I need to back up just a second. Who's sitting on the benches together here?
Turk
and
Horcross.
Oh,
Turk and
yeah.
Horcross.
William and Cass are currently, if we're going to have to get a little timey-wimey right now. William and Cass are still at the top of the train. So we actually have a few minutes here while Etheria and Kiara and a very beaten up Turk and a very beaten up Horacross could have a conversation should they so choose. Cass and William, unbeknownst to the group, are doing cartwheels on top of the train and examining the fire on top of the train.
I think the cartwheels were just me, but
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Well,
Yeah, not me. No cartwheels for me.
scientists
Zero
are still
cartwheels.
unsure. So, the two of them have not come down yet.
All right, I have a way to get in the cargo hold.
Oh my god.
I mean, I already had a way from the kids' room, but I don't really have to go in the kids' room. I can
Okay,
just make a new
wait.
way.
Are you talking to us right now?
I'm talking to
Is that-
anybody who can hear me that's in this room.
Great.
Because I mean, there weren't like lots of people. It was just us, right?
No.
No.
No. There is a gentleman sitting next to Turk and Horacross who yeeted them mystically using his book.
I thought he would. They were okay. I thought they went to the front of the train. We're still in this little section of the train, right down from the ladder.
No, so before you say anything else,
All right.
There is an individual that's new to your party who is, for some of you, he is sitting in between Horacross and Turk, and he's holding a very large book.
Oh.
One might call it a tome.
Right. They're not at the bottom of the ladder, or they are at the bottom of the ladder.
These two are not at the bottom of the ladder.
Yeah.
Horacross and Turk are sitting on a bench at a very comfortable seat.
But not close to us, or very close to us.
Somewhat close to you.
Okay. All right. I thought they were in another part of the train.
No,
So we got a stranger here.
There is a stranger here. Would that change what you say?
That would absolutely change what I say.
That's the look of shock on everyone's face just now.
I thought that they were in a different part of the train.
No.
Okay.
Right now you're next to Kiara.
I have a solution to our problem, and I can get to the place.
We will talk about that in a minute. Let's go check on thing 1 and thing 2 first.
Up on top of the train?
No, the ones that were hurt, that disappeared.
I think I'm thing 1.
Yeah.
You hear a I'm thing 1, and not too far away, I'll say 30 feet away, is a very battered and broken looking Turk sitting on a comfortable chair next to a gentleman who you would recognize, and a very battered and beaten Horacross who looks as battered and beaten as Turk, except Horacross is a little more singed around the edges.
So, the next time someone in this group decides that they are going to throw themselves off of a moving train.
It wasn't a decision. I don't know what happened. Thought I was helping the group. I fell. I guess I don't know. I must have just fallen. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't have a way to heal you, but I can give you a cookie.
I don't know. I just want to go lie down for a little bit.
Oh.
Dude, we've all been there.
I
Big
hand him a
move.
cookie.
Yeah, Turk, Etheria,
I won't heal you, I'm sorry.
hands you a cookie. There are no healing properties other than the spiritual ones that come with a very good cookie.
It is a very good cookie.
I lost my hammer too.
I can cure you. Oh, crud. I forgot. I lose track sometimes of my abilities and what I can do. Yeah, can I help?
Are you okay? Are you okay, Horacross?
Little worse for the wear, but
I reach over and lay on hands on Horacross.
Okay.
For about 27 points.
That is very
No,
sweet.
28 points on Horacross and 27 points on me.
Okay.
How are you guys looking? Are you looking like you could use some more healing?
I have a cookie.
Cool. When you take the cookie, I'm gonna give you a. Let's see. I'm just gonna roll this on TDB. A level 3 cure wounds, and wow, that was a cruddy roll. It's 13 points
That was a good cookie.
of healing damage.
Thank you. I'm just gonna go lie down.
Should I?
I want to help.
Should I leave you all alone? Do you
Sorry,
need a second?
Did you want a cookie? I break my cookie in half and hand half
No,
of
I
it
have
to him.
more. Don't worry about it. I'll give him his own cookie.
No, I'm fine. I think I'm just going to, I think I'm going to leave you be for a bit. And
Were you on the train too?
yes, I was on the train.
On top of the train?
No, Turk. I wasn't on top of the train.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was, and I fell off. It was pretty pathetic.
We've got to get him to bed. I think would be the best solution.
I think that is a mighty fine way of doing things. And so the gentleman gets up and just sort of like nods at the group as he does, and will get up and start walking towards the front of the train, just out of this space, not towards the other passenger cars, but near where the engine is. But nods at the group. And he's like, I'm glad everything worked out.
Well, I lost my hammer.
Remember when I cast a level 3 Cure Wounds and it healed him 13 points?
I do.
I cast a level 2 Cure Wounds on Horacross. That's 17 points.
All right, Horacross, you heal for 17.
Thanks, Ophelia.
You're welcome. It's favoritism. I don't know. I'm sorry.
After a bit of time, you would hear a boom, 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 a tumble. As William and Cass, go ahead and give me acrobatics.
23.
23.
Slightly better. 7.
Perfect. That
Well,
means
I rolled a 6, so.
Cass, you managed to tumble in very, very gracefully, and it is amazing the grace that you conduct yourself. Unfortunately, William comes in after you, and he's going to land on top. So now I need an athletics check.
21.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. A 23 and a 21. We're starting strong tonight. Great.
Slightly better. 9.
Okay, William is less graceful and kind of plops to the ground, but you two manage to maintain your footing. Cass's beauty, she is grace. She manages to tumble down and then make a strength save, an athletics check to hold on to William's weight. So yes, what you see before you is thus. You see a somewhat downtrodden Turk and Horacross and Kiara and Ophelia all gathered around these comfortable seats.
Nobody else, right?
No one else currently.
Great.
We should wait until we're in our rooms for you to tell us anything.
But then we have to go all the way back to our room and then all the way back here just so I can paint a door and get us right in.
Or you can paint it from our room, Ophelia.
Our door isn't directly adjacent to the cargo hold, is it? Is it?
Oh.
No, but
Does it matter?
Yes.
Turk needs to lie down, and Horacross should probably lie down as well. They're injured.
I guess we can all take a
The
nap.
3 of us can go.
Ooh, alternatively, you guys could take a nap. I could go to the kids area. I painted a door there anyway. I could sneak in, like peek around the cargo hold a little bit, and then come back and report to you.
Well, I'm fine.
No.
No.
Yeah, I feel fine.
It just
I'm afraid I have to agree with Kiara on this.
okay. I guess we'll go take a nap. I had to try.
I didn't say you didn't have to.
So just so I know, you're saying all of this out loud.
Dude, you said there was nobody else here.
There's nobody you can see around. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, great. Oh, I know who's here. Crud, and I know where he's going. Crud. Okay, but I don't know that. Like,
Okay.
I know that. She doesn't know that.
William,
Okay.
where is your eye?
Huh?
William is missing his
What?
eye.
That's right.
I see you.
I lost my hammer.
William brought down his hammer, I think, according to what I have written down.
I did what?
You did.
William was.
I was just gonna
bringing
give him
down
a
hammer.
little heroic moment where William goes like, "Oh yeah, by the way."
Do you want to?
Did Turk say something?
He did.
I didn't hear.
He said, "I lost my hammer."
Oh, I'll just hand it to him.
Yeah.
You have your hammer.
Got
Do you
my
have his
hammer.
eye?
No.
Is your
failed
peanut
it.
butter my chocolate?
I should have caught the eye.
No, I'm gonna need that guy's eye. Okay.
Okay.
You guys all start to make the trek, somewhat downtrodden, back to your room. Walking together through the cars. There are quite a few individuals at this point that are gathered along the sides of the train that are looking out the windows because before you is a very beautiful sight. It is an underwater scene. Boy, this would be a bad day if you were on top of a moving train doing cartwheels. Like, you would just be the amount of water that would be flowing around you at this point would just be uncomfortable. But yes, you all make your way over towards where your room is. Turk, I'm gonna imagine, buddy, after the events that you've gone through, you do one of those like face down into the bed. You're just out.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So that's what Turk does. What's everybody else doing during this time? Turk, you're gonna need at least an hour rest if you're taking a short rest for me, and if you're gonna recoup spend some hit die. Okay. Horacross, I need the same thing from you, man. No movement, just a. Okay.
Yep.
Anybody else doing anything? Playing any songs while they're resting?
Oh, wow.
I
Okay.
will play. I think I have a song of rest somewhere.
I'm not gonna tell you how to make the.
That's a bard thing,
That's a
right?
bard
It's
thing.
a second level part thing.
Yeah, I will. I will play the song of rest.
Okay. Cool.
Can I get
And remind me what that does for my hit dice.
You gain an extra 1d8 hit points.
For every hit dice spent. Is that what I'm understanding, or just 1d8?
If you or any friendly creatures who can hear your performance regain hit points at the end of a short rest by spending one or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains an extra 1d8 HP.
I do have to know, what song do you play for?
Baby shark. Oh, wait.
No.
Baby.
I like.
Give me a second to think on that one.
Okay, cool. So you, those of you that are taking a rest are fine. Those of you that are not taking a rest.
I was just gonna ask if
I'm
they could
gonna-
drop me off at the kids area for an hour for the hour because I'm feeling great, and I could at least find out what's up with Kane and Ethos during that time. Because I got interrupted during my conversation. To charm them into helping me, or at least learning something.
Cool.
I never found out anything about
Yeah,
anything.
you can certainly ask. Who are you asking?
Well, I can't ask Horacross. He needs to feel better, and so does Turk. Cass, could you drop me off at the kids area? Can you pretend to be, I don't know, can anybody drop me off and pretend to be, I don't know, a relative or something so that I can go in and I had some really good information. I promise I won't go through the door.
I can be your cool aunt.
Okay.
Cool.
I'll go with you and be the somewhat uncool uncle.
Ooh, you should play that like really hard and then like, it'll be great. This is great. Let's do this.
I'll dab a lot.
Here to drop off my niece. Yep. Cool. So William and Cass, you're leaving the room.
I don't
Yeah.
like it when you
Yeah.
say it that way.
Great. So you and William, Cass, and Euphoria are leaving the room. As you go to open the door, before you can open it, there is a very aggressive knock on the front door to the room.
I'll get it.
Okay.
I'll pull the door open. Oh, thank goodness you're here.
You see an older-looking woman. Her hair is pulled back into a very tight bun on the back of her head. She is half-elf in appearance. You can tell by the ears. But she looks positively fuming and looking in the room. And she goes,
Okay.
Which one of you is the parent of Euphoria?
Come in.
She goes, I'd rather stay outside. Thank you very much. I'm just here to speak to the guardians of Euphoria.
Well,
Is this after our short rest, or?
I'm her uncle.
This is no. You're her uncle. Perfect. Can you explain to me why she's enlisting my child in a secret mission?
Isn't that what kids do? That sounds like fun.
Normally, it is what kids do. What is that?
What?
What
It's
is
just what?
What is this?
That's what cool uncles do.
Normally, this would be a fine thing, but she's asking questions about the cargo car, saying she's looking for something, and my child wants cookies. Do you care to explain yourself?
I mean,
I want
don't all
cookies.
kids
Here
want
you-
cookies?
Can I have a cookie?
Is there another grown-up that I may speak to?
Well, I understand what you're saying, but the things that you're saying that are out of ordinary seem like perfectly aligned to what kids would do.
I'm gonna.
So I'm unsure of what your problem is. It's like, hey, kids have great imaginations.
Understood.
So I don't understand.
I'd like to alter self into an adult version of me
Okay.
and come over and say, "Excuse me, is there a problem here?"
Yes, there's a problem here.
No, there's not.
Who are you?
Who am I?
Yes, I'm looking for a parent, somebody who isn't constantly doing this off to the side here.
It's not. It's not. It's clearly.
I am
It's
a
clearly
furious
that.
mother. Thank you very much.
Why is your daughter telling my child that they are going to get cookies and candy if they help them find an artifact? Or something called the grounding?
My daughter has a creative imagination. I don't understand what your problem is. They are children.
Give me a deception check, please.
Okay.
I mean, she's being honest. Her child, clear. It's except for the child part.
No. Okay.
That was an 8.
She looks at you and she furrows her brow and she goes, "This is how we're going to play things, then."
Play things how? What do you mean?
Wonderful. I think I've learned all I need to learn. Good day. And she will turn and walk away down the hall.
I guess you didn't want any cookies.
Oh well. I'm leaving it up just in case she comes back. But,
Okay.
you know, before we go to the kitchen,
Sure.
I'm going to drop my disguise.
I understand the phrasing of this. How long are you leaving it up? Like, are you just hanging
I'm
out
just
in the
like
room
staying
for
in the room
like...
until we leave the room. Like, I would change right before we leave the room.
Okay.
But like,
Okay.
if we're leaving the room right now, then I'm gonna drop the thing and go out. So
When
then
are-
before I exit the room, I'm back in Child of Furious stage
Sure. Let me
Yes.
ask it this way. How
Okay.
long do you stay in the room?
until they're ready to leave. As soon as Cass and William are ready to leave, I'm leaving with them.
So the door closes. It looks like William and Cass are still ready, right? So you
Yeah.
just drop it immediately?
Like, are we ready to go? Do we want to go?
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay, I drop it.
Okay, cool. You drop it. You guys start the walk over to the area.
Yes.
That same woman is standing and having a very long conversation with the woman who runs the childcare. Two of the workers who look a little taken aback and flustered by this whole conversation. And she's waving her arms, she's gesticulating madly, and then she kind of looks back and sees you coming down the hallway and gives you this haughty look, and then turns back and she says, and I just don't think that my child should be involved with an individual such as them that are offering sweets and candies and things of that sort. So you just use that information however you see fit. And the workers are just sort of nodding their heads and trying to get this woman to calm down.
Settle down, Karen.
Ooh, you took it from me. Ooh, you took it.
And as you all come up, she kind of turns back and raises an eyebrow.
I smile and wave.
I'll dab it out.
You look grumpy. Do you want a cookie?
I would love a cookie. And she holds out a hand.
I will give her a cookie.
Okay? She doesn't eat it. She takes a napkin out from her pocket, takes the cookie, places it in the napkin, folds it up.
Cool.
And puts it in a vest pocket. And turns around and haughtily walks away.
Hi.
Hello?
Hey. I'm just getting dropped off.
Okay.
For like an hour.
Please, yes, come on in. And William and Cass, you sign up Etheria for kids care, and she comes into the space.
Yeah, I was talk to the two people that I guess were speaking to the lady. Is that lady going to be a problem for my niece?
I don't believe so. Honestly, as her uncle, it might behoove you to just. There are quite a few powerful individuals aboard the train, sir, and we try to accommodate everyone, but I would just. She looks at you and she very genuinely says, "Be careful."
Is she threatening my niece?
No, I don't think it's her niece, your niece, that you should be worried about.
She's threatening me.
No, sir, I wouldn't say that either. I would just be very careful.
Etheria, do you have an extra cookie?
Yes. And I
Would you like a cookie?
No.
Maybe it would help your thoughts come out clearer.
Give me insight check, Cass.
I'm gonna hand Cass like 5 cookies.
Okay, are we using cookies for bribes now? Is that what I'm understanding?
17.
Wait.
A 17.
Yeah.
Cass, you think that this employee is trying to do something in the nicest possible way. What this employee is trying to communicate to everybody is that this train is full of powerful people. And somebody warned the employees of the train that this train is filled with powerful people. This particular train. So when she says be careful, it probably means and translates into, unfortunately, Etheria is still in your party, but subtlety can go a ways sometimes.
Perfect. And I'm going to nod very knowingly and obnoxiously
Okay.
and slide 2 more cookies across the counter and raise my eyebrows at her.
Thank you so much. I have a gluten allergy, but I appreciate this so much.
Etheria, the candy.
Ooh! I reach and grab a handful of candy and pass that off to Cass.
Oh gosh. Wow. Thank you so much. Normally we can just accept tips like coins and things of that sort, but this is just so
I
nice.
will put I would say 2 coins in his hand.
2 coins.
I don't know. What's the usual? What's the usual here? You tell me, sir. You tell me.
You look at her and she looks at you and you're like, "How do you coin?" And she goes, "Usually 50 gold coins is a very nice tip."
Well, isn't it?
You asked a silly question.
Here's 2.
Okay, so he takes the gold coins.
Can I step away for just a minute?
Give me a
like while she's distracted.
stealth check.
Okay. Because I want to do something that shouldn't take me too long. Why am I rolling so badly? Well, okay, it's a 13.
A 13. Who are you trying to step away from?
While she's distracted talking to William and Cass,
Okay.
I want to just, out of the eyesight of any adults, I want to paint one of those bracelets on my wrist, just passable enough, so that I don't have the anti-magic bracelet on.
Okay.
So that I can be like, no, they put it on already.
Okay. Taking out a paint kit in 6 seconds, painting your wrist, and letting the paint dry is a much different story to I want to sneak away a little bit and just.
Well, I did.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You are not going to have a chance to do this in the hallway.
Okay.
I accept
that's
a
okay.
lot. You are
okay.
not going to in the span of a few seconds.
It was worth a try.
It was worth a try. Yep.
Okay, so.
She's a miniature Bob Ross.
She's
okay, so here's what I'm going to do
little
instead.
Bobby with an eye, Ross.
If that doesn't work, then what I'm going to do, and I think I can get away with this as long as I don't move.
Okay.
I'm going to stand there very sweetly.
Okay.
And I'm going to create a minor illusion of a bracelet on my wrist. I'm not going to move because I know that it doesn't really move with me. I can create something in a place.
Okay.
But it doesn't move from the place.
She gestures you forward, and she has a bracelet, and you're just going to stand in front of her with a bracelet on.
And I'm going to keep my hand in one place, and I'm just going to point.
Oh, how did you?
They already did it.
Who already did it? You were
Over
outside
there.
of the.
No, while you were talking.
Give me a deception check, please. You're putting on the bracelet before you walk in the room.
I didn't. Okay. 12, 17.
17. Not one. Oh, yep, that makes total sense. She would know better than me. Come on in. And she just sort of sweeps her arms and lets you into the space.
Okay. Put my hand over my wrist and walking in.
Okay.
Because as soon as I move, that illusion goes away.
Yeah, you put your hand over your wrist, and what's funny to me is I imagine the minor illusion staying in the space as you walk forward. Like it just kind of like floats right there, like as you walk forward. Okay, and you drop it. Cool. William and Cass, you have successfully dropped Etheria off at daycare.
Perfect. Can we move towards the where that big door is? The I don't know, the magic wall door.
The one that's like
towards the cargo. Towards the cargo.
That's right here.
The one that I painted in the daycare?
It's right here in this hallway.
No. Okay, so let's move up towards that. So
okay, Kiara, what are you doing back in the room with Horacross and Turk? You're just kind of keeping watch.
I am singing "Once in a While" by Time Flies as my song of healing.
Okay.
The a cappella version, if it makes a difference.
Sure.
I like those runs. Anyway, I'm singing that and just keeping watch. I guess over those two.
Okay.
Counting the time and getting angrier and angrier the more that Cass and William are gone.
Sure. Great. Okay.
So when we get back in the room, if we roll initiative, I know what's up.
Yes.
Kiara's mad.
The world of D&D is such. Like if you walk into a room and like you immediately roll initiative, you know somebody's angry at you. Yeah.
You could probably feel it through the ether.
No? Okay. Great. So William and Cass are going over towards that area. Horacross and Turk, I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time, just to let this hour go by, to get your short rest in, and then I'll put you back in the game. Okay. Yeah. William and Cass, you were very close. I mean, this door connects to where like the kids' car area is. So what are you doing?
I'm gonna mutter about random stuff while William does whatever he wants to do because I don't know what he's after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you want to be distracting or whatever, I want to try and use a dimension door.
Great. What?
Just want to test it.
Yeah, absolutely. So where are you dimension dooring?
Just to the other side of inside the container, inside the compartment.
Okay. Can you dimension door into a place that you cannot see? That you have never seen?
Let's see here. It could be a place you can see, or you can visualize, or you can describe by stating distance and direction.
Okay. Cool. All right. So you're just going to dimension door in. How many? Dictate a direction and number of feet for me, please.
So I'm just going to say straight through this door.
Okay.
2 feet.
2 feet through the door. Okay. I'll say this. Yeah, you go to cast. I need an Arcana check, please.
Ten.
You bamf forward and try to propel yourself through the door. Unfortunately, once that sort of state you're in tries to pass where the door is, there is a hold stop, and you are projected 2 feet, not 2 feet, 4 feet past the door on the other side. So not into the cargo car, but back towards the kids area.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to check.
Yeah. It's a good try.
Well, you mentioned about teleportation through it and stuff like that, but I
Yeah.
just had to test it.
No. I support that wholeheartedly.
What did that look like to me?
You would see him disappear, but it almost looks like he was casting it to Banff behind you. Like, I mean, it honestly, that's what it looked like to you. He just bamfed behind you.
Excuse me?
He,
Can I help you?
Yeah, I had to try. I wanted to see
Okay.
if it worked. He said it might not work when he was telling us about it, but
Yeah.
you got to test things to know for sure.
Hey, can before we do whatever you want to do next, can we do something I want to do really quick? Because there was a guy in one of
Absolutely.
there was a guy in one of the rooms that gave me real hinky vibes.
Let's go for it.
cool.
I'm all about the heebie-jeebie.
We're gonna cut to Etheria, and then Turk and Horacross and Kiara will wake up as this group consistently splits the party. Etheria, go ahead.
3 goals over the hour.
3
okay?
goals. You got 3 looks.
In-
3
in
looks.
however, okay. First goal is to go to that little hidden area that I already got away with going to before, where the door was.
Okay.
Because I want to paint a bracelet so that will pass further scrutiny.
You do that.
Okay.
I need a stealth check at disadvantage.
Okay. Because they probably found the door by now.
No.
Okay.
You notice that you still have the bit of autonomy that you had before.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you are being looked at a little bit more closely by the employees.
Got it.
So the trade-off is all the kids are your spies, but after this woman kind of yelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
9?
It's not as quiet as you'd like. You probably still have a little bit of space, but it's not as quiet as you'd like.
Okay. My only other goals while I'm in here is I want to see if I can track down Kane and talk with him a bit, and I want to see if I can find Ethos, because he was an illusion before. But
Ethos's illusion is not there. Kane is still near the back where you saw him before.
Okay.
Stacking blocks.
All right, so I guess I'll talk to Kane.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Hey.
Hi. Yeah. Anything interesting happened while I was gone?
Well, yeah, somebody else came in.
Yeah.
And they offered every child more cookies and more candies if they turned on you.
Really?
No, that would be dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you
it
were the
sounded
most
dumb.
interesting thing in it. You brought in paints and you painted a door in the
You
wall.
called me interesting. That was kind of nice. Thanks.
No, nothing interesting happened.
Okay. Have you seen that other guy, the creepy one, Ethos?
No.
It wasn't him before. Did I tell you that? He was just an illusion. It looked like him, but it wasn't him.
No, you didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I had to leave. I didn't plan on leaving. I built a cool door. It was going to go into the cargo hold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I messed it up so you couldn't go in. Because I didn't want people going without me.
Okay.
Yeah. You haven't seen him anywhere?
No, he was there sleeping, and then all of a sudden he kind of disappeared.
Have you seen his parents? When he gets dropped off?
No, he was here before any of us got here.
And he's been here the whole time?
No.
Like, I mean, when he's not here? I mean, have you seen him get picked up?
No.
It's confusing.
No.
Okay. Ugh. Do you know anything about the cargo hold?
It requires 2 hands to be held on it for like an hour, but it's got to be like one of the heads up of the train people. Like, they got to hold their hands there,
Yeah.
and that's how you open the door.
How do you know that?
They told me on a tour.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you like knew somebody that knew really good things about the cargo hold.
Give me a persuasion check.
This kid knows something. 14 plus. Oh, my persuasion, I forgot, it's really good. That is a 23.
He goes, my dad put stuff in the cargo hold.
He did?
Yeah,
Like
before
what?
before anybody else got on the train. I don't know, a big box.
A big box?
Yeah.
You don't know what was in it? I would know what was in it. My parents put a big old box on a train. Like, first thing I would do is find out what was in that box. That's interesting. I can't believe you didn't find out what was in the box. You didn't ask?
He starts getting a little uppity with you, like, as you're just like, wow, you're a big loser that didn't find out what's in the box.
It's interesting. I want to know.
He's like, I don't know. Do you know everything your parents do?
Well, not always, but generally I find out. I'm super sneaky.
Yeah, you're real sneaky. Welcome back to the kids area.
I wanted to see how my door was. I mean, it doesn't work, but I can make it work again.
Okay.
Then I could go in the cargo area.
Then good.
We could find out what's in the big box that your parents dropped off. Wouldn't that be fun?
I have no desire to do this.
Why are you so responsible?
Because it's the cargo car? Like, there's no one allowed in there.
Because it has all the coolest stuff in it.
Give me an insight check, please.
That was a nat one.
Not every NPC you meet has a chaotic in their alignment. Some are lawful good, even children.
I just haven't met any. All right. Would you like a cookie?
No.
You sure?
I'm a warforged. I don't need cookies.
Candy?
No. Yeah. And stops. Yeah. So, yeah, this conversation ends. Horacross and Turk, after a bit of a long rest, or a shortish rest, you go over and, you feel any hit points that you spent were worth their weight in gold. You feel good. Now you're back up. Everything's great. What would you like to do?
William's got to pick me up.
No, other people get to play D&D too. So Horacross and Turk, you wake up and you're in space, and Kiara, you're in there as well.
He's excited about finding out about this kid.
Turk's probably sitting on the side of the bed, looking at his hammer, just kind of tapping it on the floor every now and then, and he's still feeling a little down and dejected. He's really known that he screwed up big time.
Yeah. Horcross, Kiara, I'd say that you see this. He's not doing anything to hide it.
What's the matter, Turk?
I messed up. I'm sorry. I screwed up.
Turk,
I mean,
we all make mistakes.
Yeah,
Turk,
my mistake could cost everybody their lives.
I thought I broke Excalibur. I thought I let down a whole island of people.
I fell off a stupid train while you guys were fighting the biggest bad that we've been up against ever.
So did Horacross.
Yeah, but at least he did something. I just fell off the stupid train. What if I knocked You're muted, Horacross. I'm not hearing anything you're saying.
Still can't hear you. The face of panic.
How about now?
Gotcha.
Yes, you're back.
Okay.
Welcome.
Sorry.
What if I knocked, I don't know, a Fury off? What if I took Horcross off with me when I fell?
You can ask what ifs all you want. What are you going to do to pick yourself up?
You know, I think I'm more of a danger than I am a help right now.
No.
This body is such, it doesn't have the dexterity I'm used to.
You want to talk about differences? You're taller than me, Turk.
I know I'm taller. I'm bumping my head every time I walk through these stupid compartments.
Turk, I just got used to my furball body, and now I'm an elf?
Yeah, and if you fell off the train, there wouldn't have been any chance of you dragging anybody else with you.
I don't know about that.
I'm supposed to be your protector, and what am I? I'm worthless. I am completely worthless. I protected what?
You protected us. You went after that thing.
Went after who? I fell off the stupid train. I didn't even get close to the guy.
Really?
How else do you explain it?
He had his swords that were attached to his person stuck inside of you, Turk.
Then how did I fall off the train?
Physics are still a thing. Just because you're impaled on a sword doesn't mean that gravity can't rip you the other way. Physics.
Well, and so what good am I, right? I can impale
You
myself.
are a very large meat shield, if that makes you feel any better.
Okay, so I can throw myself on swords.
You're throwing yourself on a sword right now.
And then it was, and it accomplished what?
Are you here with us right now, Turk?
I'm sitting here, right? What are you asking?
Are
I'm
you here
right?
with us right now in this
Yeah.
moment? Are you sitting here talking to me?
Yes.
then you have a chance to do something.
And if
You
I
can
screw up
sit-
next time and
you
it ends
can
up killing
sit
somebody.
and wallow in what ifs and in how bad this went all you want. But you have the opportunity to do something right now. Do not squander that opportunity.
You know, if cool, fine.
Turk,
What?
you have been a tremendous help, even when you touch things you're not supposed to. You've been a tremendous help, no matter what situation we get ourselves in.
Do you know how poorly that could have gone up there? If
Yes.
Horcrux hadn't freaking blown himself up?
William lost an eye. I'm still not sure where that happened, but William lost an eye.
And I fell off a train.
You know, you can say these words. I broke a sword that I thought was one of the most powerful things in existence, that even though someone told me was just a sword, still hurt me because I thought that it was going to set an entire island of people off course and through time every different way.
And your breaking of that sword did what? It had
Stopped
purpose.
a war.
There was reason. Exactly. Me falling off the train was the next thing. The only reason. What is my reason?
With that, what is my reason right now? I'm going to say that William and Cass, you guys kind of bum around the train for a little bit. We're going back to you two. After the hour's time, would you come get Etheria?
Yeah, because she asked us to come back in an hour, right?
Yeah. What do you do with your hour? Do you?
I just did. I told you. I did the.
You want to check on the
bracelet.
door? You paint the bracelet.
Talked to Kane, which was useless, and Ethos wasn't there, so I'm good. I'm done.
Okay. All right. You are picked up.
Wait. Cass wanted to get that guy.
Cass wanted to go talk to a guy.
The heebie-jeebie guy.
No, not talk to. Cass wanted to put eyes on the fellow who gave her.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to go
earlier before
get
the
him.
fight on top of the train.
Okay.
The fellow with the two bald-headed buffoons.
He's sitting in the very same spot that he was sitting in before. All right. He's got a big paper out in front of him. He's got those two gentlemen standing close by to him.
I have a question. Is one of the cars flooded right now? Didn't we break out a window on one of those?
I thought we opened a window.
Nope. You didn't break a window. You destroyed. There were these two metal hooks that hooked into the sides of the car.
He let it go through the window instead of taking out the window.
Yeah.
Okay, so the window wasn't taken out.
No,
okay.
the window was not taken out. So.
But the hooks in the front of the car, did those go through to the interior, or are we a little waterlogged?
You're not a little waterlogged.
Okay.
You all may not have taken the time to fix this, but a couple of individuals got together, pushed the hooks out, and you see that they cast the mending spell as to fix the walls. Okay.
Good deal.
Okay. Yeah, he's still sitting in the same spot.
Cool. I'm gonna probably blow my own cover doing this, but I'm just gonna walk up and down the corridor, like with William. I'll link arms with him.
Okay.
Just talk about completely nothing. Like, haha, oh my gosh, that was such a spicy meal. All that pepper.
Why is it so spicy?
You walk up and down the train and talk about the spicy food. He seems very enamored with the paper in front of him. Like tends to read it, and occasionally he will. It will be unaffected by your conversation. Occasionally he'll hold the paper up to the two other gentlemen, and they'll look over at it and they'll nod their heads. And sometimes one will leave this spot, depending on how many times you guys walk back up and down this area, and then. Another bald-headed gentleman will stay in the spot, and then this will continue on and on.
When one walks away, are they just going, does it look like they're going somewhere with a destination in mind, or are they just kind of milling about?
They look like they're going somewhere with a destination in mind.
Okay. Okay, and then...
Do you want to talk to him?
No, I'm talking to you. Don't be silly. Come on, I don't like him like that. And then in the process, I'd like to do just whatever insight I can get off of him and his physicality and his interactions with these people from the couple pass-bys that I've got, looking at him from the back twice and then from the front twice and then leaving the cabin.
Trying to intuit his demeanor and his attitude
Yeah,
and stuff.
I'm trying to. It's a vibe check, really.
He does. Give me an insight check for a vibe check.
12.
He does not seem distressed by you at all. At one point, he will look at the paper, and then all of a sudden, he will. His eyes will go wide, and he will close the paper, hold up a hand like this, almost like he's giving a high five to one of these individuals, and then drop it. Okay? Like he will just drop the hand. Okay? Whew, okay. Opheria, you're still in the space. Kane and two other kids in the space all of a sudden get a very confused look on their face and pass out and hit the ground. Like face forward, like boom, boom. When these kids hit the ground, all of the lights in the train flicker. The ones being held with like magical means like flicker for a second, and the train comes to a dead stop. You are still underwater at this point, but the train has come to a stop. Kane has fallen forward with this very confused look on his face, and so have two other children in the kids' play area, face down. The lights in your rooms, for those still in the rooms, Horacross and Turk and Kiara, all go a bright red. The lights around the train change over to a bright red. At the minute this guy drops his hand, all of this sort of happens simultaneously.
Where's everybody at?
Apheria's in the kids area. William and Cass are near the back of the train. If the front of the train is where the engine car is.
Turkey's gone into protection mode right now.
Okay.
And he's like, where's everybody?
Who
Kiara?
here doesn't have dark vision? Everybody here has dark vision?
Let me check, because I'm still getting used to my new body.
Turk, it's hard to see, man. You got a little red, like dim light and stuff like that.
I do.
Aferia, Kane is crying.
Okay, so they're not like unconscious. They're just
Like Kane, he's not moving. He's still face down, but you hear him like whimpering a little bit.
Okay, I'll go over to him.
Okay.
What happened?
Yeah. You kind of flip him on his back, and he goes, something is wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna try casting Cure Wounds on him. I don't know that this is a wound thing, but that's what she would do.
Okay, you go to cast Cure Wounds on him. The healing magic enters in, and you realize that there's the intricacies of the Warforged are something that Etheria would be used to at this point,
okay.
and you're getting used to that, and you would see them the magics take hold. Roll for healing for me. 7. You see a little bit of the light return to his face, and he looks terrified. He's got these little tiny arcs of electricity that are just barely traveling up his skin, and where you're touching him to cure the wounds, there is a almost like he's static shocking you as you place your arm upon him. But he manages to still hold on to consciousness because of the cure wounds. Okay?
And she'd probably go do the same thing to the other two that fell over.
Okay. The adults are trying to like calm the kids down and things of that sort. Cass and William, you're still in that space, right? No.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have.
So
I had a question about
go ahead.
readying. I had a question about readying a spell and whether or not that creates a bit of light. I don't remember if we ever discussed this.
If you hold like a firebolt in your hand?
If you ready it, some spell that has a light effect, like fire or electricity or something,
Yes,
and it does create light.
It would create an ambient light. You were going to have to constantly recast that spell every 6 seconds.
I see. Okay. That was just for my knowledge.
Yeah. If you want to burn a level spell slot and hold it in your hands, you can, but that spell slot is burnt.
quick question.
Yeah.
Did anybody in the car that we're in pass out?
No.
Okay. So we don't know that anybody passed out in the other
No.
with the kids or
Everybody
anything like
looks
that.
really confused, but after having people on top of the train and being underwater, people aren't even sure if this is like, we're stopping at this point underwater so you can take pictures. And
Did anybody get up to leave that car?
No one has left the car as of yet.
Okay.
Turk, you're in protective mode. You're up, Warhammer in hand, right?
Correct. And she'll.
Horacross, where are you going?
I know my job, and I've got to find Etheria.
Okay.
I'm gonna produce dancing lights and
Okay.
have them kind of float above me so that Turk can see. There's like these 3 little orbs of purple light floating above my head.
All 3 of the purple orbs come to light and begin to dance around your head and sort of illuminate the room a little bit better than they were before. Yeah. You cure the other 3, and you keep that light going for those for the kids that have fallen like face down on the ground.
Okay, I thought it was just 2 others. I only have 2 for like.
No,
I
like
used 3.
him and the
for
2.
spell slots.
So
Okay.
Kane and the 2 kids. Yeah, you do those cure wounds, and it sort of brings them to light. More and more the kids are being issued out of the space. It's a bit chaotic as kids are being pushed out of the space. As parents are running up and sort of crowding this area where kids are. You doing anything amidst the chaos, like as kids are being like pushed out and stuff?
No.
Okay. What's everybody else doing?
I think Cass and I should head back to Etheria.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You guys head back towards Etheria. And there's a big line of parents and things of that sort that when I get the kids, they don't know what's going on, and there's a bit of confusion. After a little bit of time, you're sort of more and more kids are being pushed out. Nobody comes to get Kane, and nobody comes to get the 2 other kids. Like you wait around. You're like, I got to make sure that these kids are here. Nobody comes to get him. And this does not seem odd to the workers in the space as well, as Kane is just sort of like left like propped up sitting against the wall.
Are they toys? I hate that thought. Okay, can we move away from that thought for a moment? Is Etheria beginning to be pushed out, or is it a matter of...
Etheria, you just come up to the door and you say like, we're here to check out Etheria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So am I one of the last ones then?
You're one of the last ones.
They're not getting picked up. Who's not picking? They need to get picked up.
Oh, Kane and his brother and his sister, they have a special agreement. They're staying here.
All the time?
A good deal of the time.
But they fell down and they got injured. They need to get picked up.
There's something wrong with the electronics on the train. I'm sure that everything will be fixed here momentarily. It's probably just a small pulse.
What's that mean?
It means that the engines are temporarily down, and any electronic components on the train that may be harnessing lightning elemental energy are currently down, and I'm sure the crew is working very quickly to get everything fixed.
I'm snapping my eyes at William.
But how does that affect these children?
Well, that is neither here nor there.
If this is a state of emergency, these kids need to be taken care of, and I will not leave without knowing that they are going to be okay.
She looks concerned at this point, like doesn't know how to answer these questions, and she goes, they're property of the train.
Property in what respect?
They're a line of defense.
And you're saying that the defenses are down on this train?
Correct.
Kane said he just met his parents.
They are programmed to say as such, yes.
What were you saying, Cass?
Is this the same woman that I bribed with candy earlier?
Yes.
Okay. So they're toys then
No.
for the children, and also something else.
No, they're defenses.
They look pretty defenseless.
Okay. Are you trying to like be aggressive with her?
No, that was a resigned, like, well, you're obviously not caring about these children who may be warforged, but still are children.
She looks at you and she says, "What would you have me do, miss?"
I don't know.
Is there somewhere else we can take them?
If you, she goes, "They will wake up once the train is up and running. If you would like to take one to your room and explain, I know that Etheria was establishing a bond with our Kane model, then yes."
What can we do to help get this train back in order? If the train defenses are down, that would put all of us at risk. How can we assist?
I am not sure. That is more of a question for someone a little bit more adept to work on those sorts of things.
Where's that person?
Horacross, Kiara, and Turk. Horacross is headed to you. Turk and Kiara, are you headed to the group as well?
Yes, I would have been headed towards the area.
You, Etheria, feel a you know when you cast that spell, when you got close to the cargo car? As soon as William pulls you out and you kind of just take a step behind him, as soon as you get close to the cargo car again, you feel that magic boost, that like whatever it is, like Etheria is reacting to it, which means that there's something going on. Like there's like, as you get closer to the door, almost like he's pulled you out of the room, he's put you behind him, and Etheria, you just feel like supercharged. Like the next spell you cast is
she started to glow.
She's starting to glow a little bit. You all would notice this. Horacross would notice. Anybody walking down the hallway, because Epheria's starting to glow.
I'll whisper to her, throw something into the door.
How, just real quick, how close were we? Were we privy to the conversation at all about these kids being part of the security system?
No. I'm going to say you're coming in right now as you see Etheria start to glow.
I'll tell Etheria to throw something into that wall. Do something. Throw some power into the train. If the door's down, we'll know. If the wall is still up, we'll know.
Wait, into the door or into the train?
Okay.
The cargo door.
The cargo door has a shield on it. If the shield's down, we'll know. But if it's up, then you'll be throwing power into the train, which would help the kids.
Destroy the door or give the train power?
Try something. Your choice.
Okay, then I'm going to touch the train.
Okay.
And cast Shocking Grasp.
Oh my god. I did not plan for this. Okay.
It's like heart.
What? No, you're trying to
I'm trying to,
I was expecting you to do the first thing that he said, like throw some at the door, but okay. Shit. I mean, crap. What is the damage for Shocking Grasp?
It's not it's a cantrip, but it's still 3d8.
Okay, I need you to get your dice rolling app out.
Okay.
And we're going to do this right. I need you to roll me 20 d8, please.
Okay. 20 d8.
I love this part of the game.
4, 5, 6,
Clicky clack, clicky clack, clicky clack.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
20.
96?
Okay. Epheria's like, oh, I got this. And she's going to put her hand against the door, and you've seen Shocking Grasp, so it's like a little jolt. But as Ephiria puts her hand towards the side of the train, there is a... And there, like all of the hair on Etheria starts to stand up. Everybody's hair in the corridor starts to stand up on their arms, on their head. It's almost like one of those balls that you touch at the Science Museum. Do you know what I mean? I forget what they're called. But like as this happens, Etheria starts sending concentrated arcane lightning throughout the train. And around the 80 mark of the 20d6, as this electricity leaves, the lights kick back on and the train starts up again in motion. As the DM had planned for somebody to lightning bolt the train a couple of times, not that she would defibrillate the train. So as you do that and the lights kick back on, it's just enough for you to see, Etheria, that the door is open. It's open a crack, but it's open.
Doors open,
It's
want to go?
been open the whole time. The worker immediately goes inside and starts looking at the kids as the kids start waking up, as you see them start like coming to a little bit.
Get in the door. Get in the door.
Okay.
I'll go in.
Okay. Who's all going in? Okay. Before you is before you are a couple of familiar faces. Okay. The first familiar face you see is the gentleman that had you sign the book. Okay? He is holding a child up by the scruff of his neck. Okay? Etheria would immediately recognize this child as he's got the kid clamped around the throat. Okay? As you all walk into the train, he puts a hand up. You would also see the fuming woman from earlier, the Karen, who is got a box. Think Warehouse 13, if everybody's seen that show. Just like shelves all along this little cargo car area with a giant ruby encrusted gold box in the center of this space. And he goes, all right, nobody move, close the door. Please. And he's just got this other kid by the throat. Like he's just the kid's managing to hold on like this, but it's one of those like he's got the kid by the throat as this woman works with a set of lock-picking tools to open this box.
So you caught him, I see. Congratulations.
No, I didn't catch him. He actually caught me. Who's gonna close the door?
You're gonna let go of my friend.
He's going to squeeze a little bit harder, and you see the kid's face starting to turn a little blue and purple. And he goes, unfortunately, no. I'm going to hold on to this as a little bit of reassurance. So I need you all to close the door. Please.
I'm gonna need you to let go of my friend, or you're going to turn into a spider.
She starts to talk, and you see that now that you've walked into the cargo car, the glowing is getting worse from Etheria. Like it's starting to she's starting to glow real bad. And he looks over at her and then looks back at the box. And the woman is just frantically working on it, and he goes, we're at a stalemate. We're close to where we need to be at the station, but if I let him go, I have no leverage against you fine individuals that had enough wherewithal to fight one of my men on the top of this train and come out of it the other side. So, do I have reassurances from you if I let the boy go? That nothing will happen to me and my partner here?
Depends on what you're doing.
DM.
Yes.
While this is going on, I would like to try and get to the back of the group to hide.
Stealth check for me.
Alright. That's an 18 on the die plus 12, 30.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Let me give perceptions to these guys. You think he's trailing your movements for a spell, but there's no way he can beat a 30. So you manage to kind of slink to the back.
I would then like to cast invisibility upon myself.
Okay, you are invisible. Okay. So, what's the plan?
DM question.
Okay.
Is he like, so he's threatening to kill the child if we move at all?
No, right now he just wants the kid as leverage. Like from whatever you see on his face, as his partner's trying to open this box, which you can assume what you ever want to assume is in this box.
Right.
He's just looking to hold the kid up and is kind of using the kid as a shield at this point.
So he is attacking the kid.
He's
grappling the kid.
He's grappling the kid,
which is an attack.
Yes.
Okay,
I mean,
that's weird. I get it. Temporal shunt.
Okay, what is that?
It is the target triggering the or the triggering creature has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it a spell?
Or yes.
Okay.
It's at a reaction.
As you go to cast this spell, one of the orbs that are scattered around the room in the four corners of the room will flash a light blue, and that spell is just sucked up into one of the orbs.
Got it.
No. We're not going to be casting anything on me today. I've taken precautions. So, I ask again, what is it we're going to do here?
While I'm invisible, is there any way I can get around him to get to his partner?
Give me a stealth check, again, at advantage.
How's a nat 20 do?
Nat 20 do me just fine. Etheria. He's holding him up by the neck, and
Are his hands free?
His hands have clamped in to give himself a little tiny bit of air. Like he's almost like fighting against it, like just wanting a tiny bit of air here. Like he is, yeah.
That won't work then.
Okay. You sneak around to where this woman is. She's got intricate thieves' tools. You see her sweating profusely as she is putting every ounce of concentration into opening this very intricate lock that's holding this box shut. Furia takes a couple steps closest. She's the one closest to the kid right now.
Okay, he hasn't let go, and I told him I was going to turn him into a spider, which didn't make sense in hindsight, but it's what I said. So, but I just saw that the spell didn't work on him.
Who were you turning into a spider?
The guy who was threatening the kid. That was the first animal that came out of my mouth.
Yeah, you go to polymorph the dude that's holding and it, like once again the spell gets no, it doesn't bounce back. It gets absorbed into a blue orb. Another one that's in another corner of the room.
Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do an Arcana check,
please,
on that.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
Uh, 24.
You know, it's funny. You've heard of elemental gems that are like gems that are used to hold elementals. And a lot of them come from the place you guys just left. However, there are also elemental like gems that would absorb magic as well. And you're imagining that that's what this is, and these are specifically catered with the 24. I'll give it. They're catered to stop any spells from affecting the guy holding the kid.
Gotcha. Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
So as long as if I cast a spell that affects him, it'll be absorbed.
When you have this thought, there is a click. As next to Horacross, where this woman is, she goes, I did it. I did it.
How far away is she?
She's 30 feet away.
Cool.
She puts her hands...
She looks sturdy.
She looks pretty sturdy. She puts her hands out. She opens the box. And she goes, what the hell? And takes the box and flips it upside down. And there's nothing in the box. And she goes, Damien, what the hell? Damien,
you chose poorly.
Where is the grounding? And she takes the box and she's like ripping it open. She's got a dagger out. She's slicing the sides of it. And he's still looking at the group, but he's kind of side-eyeing what's going on behind him. And this box is beautiful. It's ornate. It's gorgeous. There is nothing in the box. Like there is nothing. Like she slams the box on the ground. The lid breaks off. You see some of the gold and jewels like hit the ground. You know, as the box hits the ground.
Well, you seem to have found a very pretty box.
Let go of him.
Can you stop choking the kid now?
He will back up to where she is and toss the kid. Like he basically yeets him. He's got him. He's hang on. He's got him by the neck and he tosses the kid forward.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I would like to try and catch him.
Same.
Any Furia's closest. So you guys would have to like.
Oh yeah, I'll try to stop him too, but
Okay.
like I'm sure they're gonna help.
Throws the kid forward, and Furia comes forward. Give me athletics at advantage.
13 minus 1 is 12.
12. Okay, this is even better. The kid goes flying forward, and you guys just kind of like try to scoop this kid, but Furia gets the brunt of him, and she wraps her arms around him. And the minute she wraps her arms around him, a brilliant white light flashes into space as Furia is holding on to the grounding. You all flash back to the scenes from before and realize that every time she got close to the door, Ethos was the thing that she was reacting to. He was right up above her. He was in the space. He was... And as Furia, as you grab onto Ethos, you feel whole, you feel complete, you feel like two parts of a whole that are connected, and Ethos kind of looks up at you, and you see this weird grounding magic reflected in his eyes that counters the chaotic divine energy of Furia. And this kid looks at you, and there is a reaction from the two on the train. And they go, "That's him." And they immediately, the kid, him, and her disappear.
Like Ethos disappeared?
Ethos is gone. The kid...
Can I counterspell that?
There is no spell. Ethos, the kid, and her are... They were in the space. Something happens. There is a shimmer that goes like this. That seems to travel the entirety of the room itself right up until the door. There is a... And they are just gone, almost as if it's a 3D printer going in reverse. It's a... that cuts through the kid.
So it's just our party standing in here now.
It is your party in this room. You were holding on to Ethos. Ethos is gone.
We have to find him.
Duh.
Int check. From the group. Or consult somebody, use everything you got.
Good at int.
If anybody wants to figure this out and they think they've got it figured out, they can do that too. I'll just give it to you. 18.
There's a 16 on the die.
Not higher than that.
Okay.
Where's my intelligence?
Did they go sideways through time?
They didn't go sideways. It's not magic. There was no spell cast upon him because it would have been absorbed by the globe in the space.
I got a nat 20. +0.
You begin
so
to,
great.
You begin to wonder if they were even in the room.
An illusion spell?
William?
Did they... Well, I got 23 for the int check, but...
Did you want to ask anybody else? Did you want to consult a buddy?
Yes, I would like to ask Malish.
Okay. Kiara, give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh boy, here we go. Man, I miss my good wisdom. That's a 12.
You go to consult Malish and you realize this is the first time that this has happened. You aren't the only ones to change forms. As all of a sudden, Kiara's eyes begin to flash a deeper color, and she looks really weird for a second, and then turns to the group. And do you want to do this, Kiara, or do you want me to do it?
You go ahead. I'll try to mime.
Kiara turns to the group and she's like, "Hey guys, whoa." I've got a body. This is pretty weird. I guess let's shift it sideways too.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Dude, look at this. You put your left hand in, you put your left hand out, you put your left hand in, and you shake it all about. You do the hokey pokey. Everyone's got very serious faces on their face.
Who's in my pocket then?
Fool me once.
Malish?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Oh, I don't know.
Where's Kiara?
Oh, she's in the room.
Wait, what?
She's in the room.
What room?
This room.
Where?
She's in this chamber.
Where? Point to her?
On the train. And he points at himself. He's like, we're just kind of sharing a space right now. We're like the odd couple. She's Felix, and I'm also Felix.
Oh, God. What happened?
Oh, just now? It seems like they're in a different chamber.
How could they be on a... Wait, how could they be on a different train?
No, I said a different chamber.
How could... What?
Wait, isn't there like some place you can go to live out your whatevers?
They were in the other room. They teleported to here.
Oh, that's
we gotta...
Good idea.
We gotta go see the wizard. Dang it. He was probably in on it. Because he has to cast it.
Oh, that sounds like something somebody really clever would do.
That's right.
Yes. Wizard room, now!
Everybody
Yep.
runs out of the space, running forward to where you are. And as you do, you see the train pulling up to the station. As people are gathering their things and getting ready to depart from the train, as it's taken you a bit of time, but with all of the excitement and with the train being supercharged, the train is starting to pull up to the station. You go tearing through the space, elbowing people out of the way, shoulder checking them. As you run up, you see the wizard that was running the pleasure chamber. He's sort of standing there, and he's got a very wide look on his eyes as you come running up. Yes, how can I help you? What is it you require? I'm afraid the train has come to a complete stop, and I'm afraid I can't help you.
Where did they go?
Where did who go?
Horcrux has a dagger to
thing.
his throat.
Oh, God. Hang on. Intimidation check, please, Horcrux.
Pretty good at those. 28.
Turk, squash him.
He reaches and grabs a bag of gold from behind him and drops it down in front of him. It is a very large bag of gold with a dragon-marked house written upon it. And he goes, they just wanted to see the cargo car. That's all they wanted. It was a mother and father and son.
They didn't just see it, they were able to interact with it.
Well, that's impossible.
It's not. Where are they?
They went that direction, and he points away from the casino out to where people are departing from the train, where you guys entered in on the train, where the seating is. Yes, Kiara.
Am I piloting the meat suit, or is Malish piloting the meat suit?
You have regained control, as Malish has relinquished. She's like, I don't really like running.
That's fair,
You go
Malish.
running in the train, and your eyes flip back to their original color. He's like, I love what you've done with our hair.
Thank you.
It's got a nice bounce to it.
It does.
Yep.
There are not enough Cheez-Its or goldfish.
Goldfish.
Yep. You guys are in this space, and he points you in the direction to where like the other cars are.
Turk, make a way. Push your way out of here. Get to him. You're the wall. We'll follow you.
I start crashing through people.
Yes! That's what I want! The world is good again.
Turk, make way for the red pirate Woberts. Like, you just start pushing people out of the way. Shoving people off to the side. Tell you what, pal. You give me an intimidation check, but give me your strength here instead of your charisma.
Strength instead of charisma.
Unless your charisma's higher, in which case use that.
No, which it is not.
I'd also like to use Gust behind Turk as he moves just to get that effect.
Okay,
Windswept look?
Yeah.
That's an 18 on the die. I'm not quite sure. I have +7 to my intimidation as it is right now.
Okay.
Initiative, or sorry, proficiency plus strength.
It's proficiency plus strength?
Yes.
That would be an
God.
18 plus 10 would be a 28.
Yeah, everybody just stops and like backs up and makes a complete clear path for you guys. Like with a 28, like where does an 800-pound gorilla sit? Anywhere Turk doesn't want to sit. No, wherever Turk doesn't want. So everybody moves out of the way and clears the path. Who's at the front of the line? Who's moving through?
I'm right behind Turk.
I'm behind William.
William. William's following Turk. Kiara's following Turk. Cass is right behind them. Etheria, where are you?
Yeah.
You're bringing up the rear?
Sure, yes.
Yes, and Horacross, you're right there as well?
I feel like I would be dead sprint, almost ahead of Turk if I could.
Dead sprint. You see the sprawling city in front of you, the final destination for the train. There's a lot of individuals that are piling off this train, and you start scanning the crowd. Gang, I need a perception check as you are scanning the crowd unless you have a better way of finding this individual.
Yes, Etheria, fly ahead of us. And as soon as you start to glow, we'll know you're close.
I'll be happy to do that, but oh, that's right, I can fly super fast.
Yes!
How can I fly that fast?
Because you're Etheria.
Oh my gosh, my flying speed's 80 feet according to this. I had no idea it was 80 feet. Okay, I'm flying.
Didn't
really
you just get some fun new items?
You don't remember having this long conversation at the beginning of this? Oh, I can fly.
Oh, the cloud?
Maybe that's
the cloud.
why,
The
but
cloud's
that-
got the cloud's got an 80-foot flying speed.
and is that why because it automatically
It
went into
automatically
my, like, DB
it did.
thing.
So you've got an 80 feet
That's
per round flying
weird.
speed. When you dash, you can cover 160 feet.
Because I've got the Zephyr attuned.
You've got the Zephyr.
And I can fly at 50 feet as well.
Cass, you can fly?
On a
She's got a
broom.
broom.
Oh, you got that broom, dude.
Das Broom.
Unless you traded out your items for other ones.
I didn't.
Okay.
I got this 25 on my
equivalented them.
perception.
25 perception. You start scanning the crowd. Unfortunately, with the 25, you don't really see a lot. There's too many bodies in the space. You realize that they've kind of gotten the jump on a lot of you. Like they just had a bigger head start than you. But as you start scanning the crowd and looking around, you do not see them anywhere near you. And Kiara, you're also kind of littles.
I know. No, well, I mean, I'm 6 foot, but
You're
it's still.
You're 6 foot, but it's not the normal super tall that you're used to.
I know.
Okay. Etheria, are you taking
Sorry.
to the air?
I mean, technically with that Zephyr, other people can go with me. We established that
You could skateboard
that
behind
I
like
could
Marty
skateboard
McFly.
behind it because I have wings.
Yes.
So, and it says up to 400 pounds because we said that it didn't have to be just the attuned person that I could carry people.
Turk, how much
Correct.
you weigh?
Dice Barbarian, Captain Slaymore, Deacon Smith. What up, Deacon?
How much you weigh, Turk?
Turk weighs a lot.
He is a big boy.
Is it more than 400?
He's
It is.
350.
I'm looking.
Loch Ness Monster?
I can't remember. Oh, that's under description probably. I put it
350.
in. He weighs 387 pounds.
So the cloud could carry you.
Or
It's
if a
400
couple
pounds.
people add up to 400, I could just turn him into something super tiny and they could carry him.
May as well. That's not all I'm
Hi,
good
my name's
for.
Etheria. These are my life hacks. You got a friend, weighs 400 pounds? Boom. He's a roach now. You can carry him.
It's a technicality question, DM.
Yes.
I have locate object spell.
You do.
Is the grounding an object, or is that an individual?
He's a little of both. As you will soon discover. So if you were to cast locate object, I would let you ping.
I would like to cast locate object to ping the grounding.
What's the range?
1,000
1,000 feet. Okay. At the max of the vision, at the max of this range, 1,000 feet, but you can pinpoint it out. You can't see them, but 1,000 feet in a direction, like they are right at the outer edge of that.
So can I have him on the Zephyr so that he can guide me?
Yes,
towards
absolutely.
it, and then can I fit him and somebody else?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so who's going to be my second person that I can turn Turk into something tiny?
Time is of the essence.
I'll go.
Okay, so
I
I've
wanna
got
fly.
William Horcross on the Zephyr. Turk, can I turn you into something tiny?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to turn...
Not that it matters anyway.
Okay.
Can I make it a suggestion?
Yeah.
For the first time since we've ever played this game, it'll be Wolf Garin playing the ferret, the weasel, on top of the Zephyr, rather than the other way around.
That's amazing. Okay, he's a weasel. He's a little white weasel. I'm going to call him Zorro.
Come Zorro, Turk in weasel form. You climb aboard Epheria's shoulder. She's taken William and Horacross.
Etheria, can I hold your weasel?
No. I bite William if he tries.
I'm going to try handing him to William and let him bite him, and then he'll probably... take him.
He's so cute.
Cass, are you jumping aboard your broom?
Yep.
What are you saying to activate your broom?
Yep, yep.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
The broom activates, and Kiara, are you running along behind?
I'm trying to figure out if I have a way to turn Kiara into something small, too.
You're muted, Kiara.
Kiara also has magic. She might be able to.
I am going to pull out my lute, and I'm going to strum a little bit of I Can Fly from Peter Pan, and I'm going to cast Fly upon myself so that I can fly.
All of this episode is worth the image of Etheria rising above the crowd in a cloud, with Horacross beside, William on the cloud as well, and with a weasel on her shoulder. Next to her is Cass riding a flying broom as Kiara plays I Can Fly from Peter Pan, flying off with the group. Where the locate object spell is. You follow the ping. The ping is moving. The ping is moving incredibly fast. As you see this, you see what looks to be you rise above the station, above the crowd, and you see this ball. It almost looks like Odaluke's sphere, but it's attached to like wheels on the bottom of it, and it is zipping really fast. It's going like 60. In terms, it's not as fast as the cloud. It's going about 60 feet. Okay, it's got a 60-foot movement speed, and this thing is zipping along the streets. But the ping keeps coming from this sphere that has these two metal wheels, and it's flying along like the city streets, and it looks like it's heading towards the sky docks.
If Horcross is guiding me, I'm following.
Yeah, you guys just...
How long before we can catch it?
You could catch it right now if you wanted to. Like, Etheria is going faster than this thing. The cloud can go faster than it. So if it's to catch up to it and catch it, you can. But it's right now you can pull up alongside of it, and it would be kind of like a... What are we doing?
Hamster ball on turbo.
Hamster ball on turbo next to a flying cloud, because this is D&D.
Gotcha. Perfect. Okay.
I'm trying to catch up.
So, being familiar with the sky docks, they've got to basically take an elevator system to get to the ship.
They do.
I'd ask her to get to... Is there any ships there that I'd recognize?
You would recognize one ship in particular, Horacross, and I actually need a wisdom save from you.
Oh, yay. That's a 12.
Horacross falls off of the cloud. Horacross loses his concentration, doesn't know what happened, and Horacross falls off of the cloud. It's just the shock to your system, buddy, is too much. As you see this cloud in front of you, or you see this ship in front of you, and your blood turns cold as you see this ship in front of you, the Sharn's Jewel. So he's going to hit the ground. Horacross, give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Would I be able to try and catch it?
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'll say this. Give me a dexterity throw to see if he can anticipate that somebody's going to try to catch him. Kiara and Cass, I don't know what this would be. Give me dexterity saving throws as well to see if you can help mitigate this fall, as Horacross is just too busy concentrating on what is going on in front of him and falls off of this.
It's an 18 for Horacross.
19 for Cass.
22.
22. Between the two of you, let's get each under an arm. Do you know what I mean? Because that's cinematic to me. As he falls off in shock, everybody kind of slows down a little bit, and you guys get in a hand under the arm. Okay. Okay. Thank
you.
Yeah. You're slowing down a little bit because you guys are kind of holding him up. Each with an arm, but you guys are moving forward and fast. You staying track with this ball as it goes throughout the city streets, and it makes its way towards the Sharn's Jewel. And before anybody, if you'd like to, you can see it go up a ramp and inside the deck of this ship. Would you like to follow it?
Yes.
Okay. Etheria and William, you're going to go in there before Horacross, Cass, and Kiara. But you'll have Turk with you as well in ferret and weasel form. But you are going to go inside of this ship before the rest of your party catches up with you, because you're moving way faster than them.
Would we even know to go towards that particular ship? Did Horacross have any chance to point out a specific ship?
He pointed out the vehicle, and I assume that you just stayed with this vehicle.
Okay.
So unless they transported out from this vehicle at some point, you would just... He's in there, and you would chase the car through the streets.
Okay.
So you're going to zip the cloud inside.
Sure, yes.
Yes, okay. You zip the cloud inside, and as the gate begins to close, this is so good. Horacross, Kiara, and Cass, you would arrive to the docks just in time to see this massive airship. Cannons aplenty. Take off into the sky with Etheria, William, and Turk inside it. You could chase after it, but this thing is heavily armed to the teeth. And you are welcome to do so.
I assume that going after that thing in our current state is a little foolhardy. So, who do we have to see about a ship?
If you can get me to one, I can pilot any of them.
Is there something here that we could perhaps commandeer that would be able to take that ship?
We don't need to take it, but we just need to get on it.
Okay, then let's.
So we're going to
move
pull a
on
Luke
down.
Skywalker. Got it. Let's find a ship.
You start.
Don't know who Luke is.
Don't worry about it.
He was a great captain. Used to hit womp rats in a C-60 back home. You're looking around, and unfortunately, not one of the caliber of the Sharn's Jewel anywhere near you.
What do we find?
You do find some skiffs, that might be able to catch up to it with a little bit of due time. Horacross. You're watching Etheria, the ship holding Etheria, the person that you've been charged with holding for quite some time, sort of take off into the sky in front of you, and your heart begins to sink a little bit as you've grown quite fond of the portal jumping tiefling at your side.
Oh, wait, she's getting onto the ship?
Etheria is already on.
Oh, I would have been freaking out. I need to get to that ship.
You start freaking out.
Get to her.
He's pacing. Horacross is freaking out. I got to get to Etheria. I got to get to Etheria. And your hand hits your bag, and you feel a tiny lump in the bag.
I pull the lump out and inspect it.
Okay. It is the jewel given to you by your benefactor before you started this mission. Should things go south and you need something to help you, just make sure you've got a lot of space.
Remembering this, I would like to look for a lot of space.
Okay. You find a lot of space because you're on an airship dock.
And I would like to activate the jewel, I believe, by throwing it at the ground.
What was the name of your ship, Horacross?
It was, let me find it one more time.
The one destroyed.
Yes. That was the Queen Anne's Lament.
As the jewel is thrown at the ground and explodes with a brilliant flash of arcane energy, before you stands an airship. It is a hunk of junk. It is held together with love and some sort of arcane duct tape. If the Millennium Falcon could be described in an airship, this is what this ship would be. There are several arcane cannons aboard it. One of the arcane cannons looks like it's being held on with rope, as the original wood holding it is no longer there. You see the Queen Anne's Revenge is written in it in red paint, which still looks wet somehow, but faded and old with time. As Horacross looks at his ship and a rope ladder drops down, we prepare for airship combat in the land of Eberron for next week's penultimate episode of the Lost Isle Eberron-ward arc. Horacross, I will send you the information, as you are the captain of this vessel for the time being, of the capabilities, hit points, shield, and arcane cannons aboard your ship and what they can do.
Awesome.
And we will finally get a little bit of airship combat, because I can't have atavistics work aboard a ship and not have that come into play. So we're going to go raid a channel really quick and show them a little bit of the TTRPG love, but we'll be back for one more episode of the Eberron-ward arc, Indigo Connect, and hey, thank you for getting lost with us. We'll see you guys soon on Indigo Chameleon. Yeah, we love you.